Hey loves, welcome back to Love Messages. I'm Ella, and if you're new here, I'm so happy you found us. And if you're already part of the family, welcome back. I'm always grateful to have you here. Before we jump into tonight's reading, I just want to mention that personal readings are available for a limited time. If you're interested, you'll find all the details in the comments below. Now, let's dive in. I have a love message from your person today. I'll be pulling cards to uncover their feelings, how they see you, and this connection, and any other important messages they want you to know. Let's tap into their heart space and see what comes through. The first card that came out says, "The energy is too intense." If you've been wondering how your person is feeling about your connection, this is a big confirmation. I'm sensing a strong masculine energy, someone who is unapologetically themselves, speaks their mind, and doesn't hold back, sometimes even surprising you. Divine feminine. With you, they feel completely at ease, free to be themselves in a way they rarely experience with others. But something has shifted. They've started pulling back, and where things once felt warm and steady, there's now a noticeable distance. You're incredibly intuitive, divine feminine. I know you felt this change. They may be trying to hide it, hoping you won't notice, but you can't ignore what your intuition is telling you. Something deep is weighing on them, hitting them unexpectedly, whether they're at work, running errands, or dealing with personal matters. It's an emotional wave they weren't prepared for. This person is usually calm and goes with the flow, but right now they feel the opposite: restless, uncertain, and overwhelmed. They're not used to these emotions, and it's making them question everything. They might even be confiding in someone they trust, trying to make sense of what's happening. This connection is pulling them in, and they can't ignore it, no matter how much they try. Divine feminine, whatever you're doing, whether in your own life or in relation to this connection, it's having a powerful effect on them. They don't want you to see how deeply they're affected, so they're keeping their emotions under wraps, trying to process everything before they bring it up to you. But the energy between you is shifting, and they can't quite understand it yet. Things are changing quickly, and the intensity is overwhelming. No matter where you are in this connection, whether together, in separation, or at a distance, you're both feeling it. The pace has shifted, and you, being as intuitive as you are, can sense every bit of it. You pick up on their unspoken emotions, their energy, and the mutual sensitivity between you both. It may even have you questioning what's really going on. One key message coming through is, "I keep having flashbacks of us." That explains why their emotions feel so heightened right now. They're experiencing vivid, uncontrollable memories, reliving moments with you as if they're happening all over again. These memories range from the deepest emotional and physical connections to past disagreements, and they're hitting hard. Their heart chakra is wide open, bringing everything to the surface. You might be feeling this too, whether through random thoughts of them, intense dreams, or even physical sensations that make you feel their presence. When this happens, it's often a sign that the soul is bringing unresolved emotions to light, pushing for deeper awareness. Your person is seeing this connection in a new way, recognizing things they may have overlooked before, how they acted, what they said, and how your energies truly align. It's stirring emotions they weren't prepared to confront, leaving them feeling stuck in the process. These flashbacks are coming out of nowhere, interrupting their daily life, pulling them into memories that feel just as real now as when they first happened. As overwhelming as it is, this phase is necessary for growth. It's forcing them to process their emotions so they can move forward, no matter what that looks like for the two of you. Right now, this connection is consuming their thoughts. They're trying to understand what's happening while keeping their emotions hidden from you. They don't want you to see how much this is affecting them, but the energy is undeniable. The next message coming through is, I'd risk it all for you. If this resonates, you may feel like your person has changed over time. For some, the connection feels strained, like it's hanging by a thread. You've tried to overlook it, but lately it's been weighing on you because you don't fully understand what's going on. This connection started in the most genuine way, real, open, and honest. Maybe even too honest at times. Your person deeply admires how safe you make them feel, how they can be their true self with you without judgment. But somewhere along the way, something shifted. They've become more guarded, less expressive, and you're left wondering what changed. What you may not realize is just how much they've risked for this connection. To them, this isn't just about love, it's about faith. They've overcome obstacles, whether people, situations, or even their own doubts, to be with you. At the time, none of it mattered because their feelings were so strong. This relationship moved quickly, emotionally, physically, or both. It felt natural, like you had known each other forever. And they believed you mirrored that same depth and intensity. Now, they're reflecting on all of it, feeling the weight of this connection in ways they never expected. Whether they're ready to act on these feelings or still processing, one thing is clear: they can't ignore the impact you've had on them. Right now, they're overwhelmed with emotions as they reflect on everything that has happened. If there's distance or tension between you, it's not because either of you truly wants to let go. In the beginning, they may not have fully thought things through, but their feelings for you have never wavered. The energy coming through feels impulsive, as if they didn't entirely consider the weight of pursuing you. They took a leap of faith, trusting in this connection, but if things haven't unfolded as they hoped, it's hitting them hard. They keep questioning why they felt such an intense pull toward you, what it was that made them feel so certain they needed you in their life. What once felt powerful and undeniable now brings them deep confusion and pain. To cope, many of them try to suppress their emotions, acting as if they don't care. But the truth is, it bothers them more than they'd ever admit. In their heart, they know they were right about you, yet their doubts have them second-guessing everything. If you've noticed a shift in their behavior, this is why. Loving you felt like a huge risk, and they knew from the start that this connection wasn't going to be simple. Whether you're currently apart or going through a rough patch, they understood this would challenge them in ways they never expected. Now, with this distance, they're feeling the weight of it just as much, if not more, than you are. One message coming through strongly is, do you know how hard this is for me? They stepped into this connection, knowing there was no turning back. From the beginning, it was clear this wasn't just any relationship. It was something deeper, something life-changing. And now, with the separation, one of their biggest fears is surfacing: the fear of losing something so rare and irreplaceable. Even if you don't say it out loud, you might be wondering if this distance serves a greater purpose, if it's meant to help you both heal, break old patterns, or grow individually. At the same time, you may find yourself questioning if they could ever feel this way about someone else. Could they ever allow another person such deep access to their heart? The truth is, what you share is one of a kind. It's simple in its purity, yet incredibly complex. No one else could ever replicate it. Right now, their energy is intense and guarded, emotions swirling inside them. This connection forces them to feel even when they try to resist it. And even in your absence, they instinctively want to protect it. For some, this bond feels like it stretches across lifetimes, as if your souls have been connected far beyond the present moment. More than anything, they want you to understand how difficult this is for them. Their emotions are raw, and they're struggling with the depth of it all as they navigate the challenges of being apart. They wonder if you truly see how much this affects them, how deeply you've touched their heart. But they need you to know you've given them something priceless, something they can never replace. When there's distance between you, whether through silence or an unspoken tension, it cuts deep. Nothing else compares to what you share, and they feel that emptiness. They want to express all of this when the time is right. They're tired of misunderstandings, disrupting the connection, because they know it doesn't reflect how you truly feel about each other. They're ready to move beyond this energy. You may wonder if they process things the way you do, especially when they seem distant. But they want you to know they're not exempt from the emotional and spiritual growth this journey requires. Their emotions are overwhelming, and they're used to taking action, fixing things. But now, sitting with these feelings and having no immediate solution is challenging. The slow pace, the separation, it's all weighing on them. This moment is forcing them to reflect on their efforts, their struggles, and what they've had to overcome to be with you. They may not have fully expressed just how much they've invested in this connection, but they're searching for validation, for their feelings, for what you share, and for this path they're walking. This is a turning point for them, and they hope you can see their side of the story. They want you, as the divine feminine, to understand that this is a shared experience. The intensity between you is mutual, and if you're feeling the weight of it, it's because you're connected to what they're going through. Being apart from you has been difficult. The energy between you doesn't flow as naturally when there's distance. With you, everything feels effortless. You bring a nurturing presence that allows them to be fully themselves. No masks, no filters. In their daily life, they might feel constrained, but with you, they feel free. That sense of ease is something they deeply miss and long for. Another thought lingers in their mind. There may be distractions, but the core message remains. Am I wrong for feeling this way? They're questioning everything, analyzing their choices, reflecting on the path that led them here. When someone reaches this level of introspection, it's often a sign that their soul or a higher power is guiding them through a period of transformation. They're unraveling their emotions, recognizing patterns, and discovering truths about themselves and this connection. The word hidden stands out strongly, There are emotions they haven't shared with you, and you might be holding back as well. Both of you seem to be guarding feelings that remain unspoken. There's a protective energy surrounding your bond, almost like an unspoken understanding that no one else could ever access. On the surface, things may seem uncertain, but deep down, the love and connection between you are undeniable. That, in itself, should be all the reassurance you need. Still, they have moments of doubt. They question whether it's right to feel such a deep connection. But it's not about possession. It's about the sheer intensity of their emotions toward you. You've become the center of their emotional world, and that realization is more than enough confirmation for them. Even when you're apart, they carry you with them every single day. Your energies are already intertwined, and they've had to adjust to your presence in their life, even when you're not physically there. They recognize that this connection is divinely guided. Every surge of intense emotion only reveals deeper truths about you, about themselves, and about the bond you share. These realizations have reshaped their perspective, confirming feelings they've always had but may have struggled to fully accept before. Right now, you're constantly on their mind. You might even notice moments where they pop into your thoughts out of nowhere, so vividly that it feels almost tangible. That's the power of your energetic bond. It's as if they are right there with you, and they're feeling it just as intensely as you are, trying to process everything as they navigate the distance between you. Something profound has already happened between you, creating a connection that feels unbreakable. Lately, they've been reflecting, questioning themselves, and wondering if they were wrong to feel such a strong, protective energy toward you. But this very energy is what drew them to you in the first place. Relentless, determined, and unwavering. Whether you realize it or not, pursuing you took a huge emotional leap for them. It wasn't just a simple decision, it was a risk, one they willingly took because they believed in this connection. Now, they find themselves seeking reassurance, questioning whether they made the right choice, even asking those they trust, "Was I wrong to feel this way?" Their emotions are intense, and they long for confirmation that they weren't mistaken in following their heart. At the core of it all, their message is simple. I know exactly who you are to me. This truth comes straight from their heart. They've wanted to express it for so long. Whether you're currently in contact or feeling distant from each other, what they're experiencing right now isn't random. It's a moment of clarity that has helped them truly understand the depth of your bond. From the very beginning, they felt a profound connection to you, and there was no turning back. But they haven't always been completely honest. They may have withheld certain truths about the challenges they faced, struggles that made it difficult for them to connect with you on a deeper level. Now, things are finally starting to make sense. They're beginning to understand why everything unfolded the way it did, and they strongly believe a higher power has led them to you, reaffirming their belief that you're the right person for them. Despite the challenges, both external and emotional, they threw themselves into this relationship, hoping to validate their feelings. Even now, they want you to be absolutely certain that they recognize your importance in their life on every level. The energy surrounding this realization is deeply spiritual. Pursuing this connection felt like putting everything on the line, and while that thought overwhelms them, It also serves as confirmation, pushing them to reflect on their role in your relationship. What once felt effortless and warm may now feel distant and cold, and that shift could explain their recent behavior. Now that they've had time to process their emotions and actions, they desperately want to return to the way things used to be. It's not just you they miss, it's the energy and spirit of your connection. More than anything, they want you to understand how much they have invested in this relationship. They worry that you might question their feelings or their efforts. But at their core, all they want is to bridge the gap and remind you of just how much you mean to them. They've been looking inward, trying to reconnect with the love and warmth that initially brought you together. The energy coming through from them suggests that they have something important to express. In their eagerness to be with you, they may not have fully thought things through, leading to setbacks or disruptions. But now, they see things with greater clarity. They understand how their actions may have affected you, and they realize they need to approach things differently. There's so much they want to say, but fear and emotional restraint have kept them silent. They may have held back in an attempt to impress you or to avoid overwhelming you, but now they're reflecting on their past behavior and are determined to shift the energy between you in a positive way. This connection runs deep, and they know there's no turning back. Too much has happened, and the bond you share is too meaningful to ignore. In their heart, they truly believe you are meant for each other. This realization fuels their desire to move forward with you. To them, this connection is sacred, and when they picture the future, you're in it. The clarity they've gained recently feels like a divine breakthrough, an elevation of your bond. Even if you're not currently in contact or communication has faded, they are processing their emotions and waiting for the right moment to express them. They're likely wondering if you are ready for this conversation, one that could mark the beginning of a new chapter for both of you. This is a time for emotional growth and healing, even from a distance. When the timing feels right, there may be an opportunity for both of you to speak openly about your feelings, the lessons learned, and how this connection can move forward in alignment with your shared vision. Thank you for listening. If this message resonates with you, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Take care.